excuse me. In an easy seated position, whatever's comfortable for you. So if you want to be in half lotus or full lotus, you can. But if you just want to sit in Sukhasana, crisscross applesauce, whatever you want is fine. We're just going to place our hands on our knees and just begin to close our eyes and take some deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. And just begin to close out the world and bring everything inside. Forget about your grocery list or anything that happened today. We're going to take this hour for ourselves. This is a gentle yoga practice today. And again, continue your breathing. Maybe counting to 5 on the inhale. And then 5 on the exhale. And inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One more time. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This time we're just going to take our hands off of our knees, palms facing up. We're just going to inhale and bring our arms up. Exhale, bringing our arms down. And inhale again, bring our arms up. Linking our breath to the movement, exhale, bringing it down. So as we're going up, we're inhaling. And then when our arms come down, we're exhaling. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring them down. This time we're going to inhale. Bringing the arms up and exhale and just leaning to the right. Inhale, bring the arms up and lean to the left when you exhale. Inhale, bring it up and exhale to the right. Inhale, bring it up and exhale to the left. One more time. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, right. Inhale, bringing the arms up. And exhale to the left. Inhale, bring the arms up. We're going to exhale. We're going to put our right hand on the mat. Just gently leaning over. Stretching our left side body. Staying here for a few breaths. Releasing. Inhale, bringing both arms up. And exhale, coming down to the other side. Palm comes to the mat. Stretching it out, feeling the long side body stretch. And staying here for a few breaths. And bringing it up, both hands up, inhale. Exhale, bring both arms down. Right hand is going to come up, inhale to the left ear. And exhale, gently pulling it to the right. And release, bringing that hand down to the mat. Left hand comes up to the right ear. And gently pulling it down. And release. Both hands are down on the mat. Fingertips are on the mat. We're just going to do some neck rolls, side to side. Whatever's comfortable for you. And one more time left. To right. Bring the head up. Arms come out to the side. We're going to take our right hand on our left shoulder, left hand on the right shoulder, so left is over right. We're just going to breathe here, taking a few deep breaths. And one more, release. Hands come back out to the side, and this time opposite. See if you can remember which one you put over and which one you didn't. I think I'm right, I don't know. And holding your shoulder, taking a few breaths here. Releasing, bring our hands in front, and just rounding our back slightly, and bowing your head forward, just gently, first back stretch, gentle. And release, coming up. From here, we're going to go to a tabletop position. So you can put your knees, if that bothers your knees, on a rolled up blanket. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Your knees are underneath your hips. If this does bother you, you can be back in child's pose if that's less pressure on your knees. And we're just going to bring in some side-to-side movements, stretching our side body. And just a few more at your own pace. We'll stop when you've gone back and forth one more time to a neutral spine here. We're just going to do some cat-cows linked with our breath. So we're going to drop our belly, look up and inhale, and exhale. Bring our belly button to spine and our chin to our chest. Inhale, drop the belly, look up, and exhale, belly button to spine, chin to chest. Do a few more at your own pace. One more, and then meet me in a neutral spine. We're just going to do some hip circles, so we're just circling around, small circles. If you want in your practice and bring it to big circles, you can, but it's perfectly acceptable just to stay in small circles. And then from here, you can either stay in a tabletop or you can lean it back a little bit, but what we're going to do is keep one hand on the mat with our fingertips wide, and we're just going to flip our wrist on the mat and just stretch the back of our wrist gently. And not stay here too long. We're just going to use our other hand onto the mat and flip the wrist of the left. And release. From here, we're going to tuck our toes just slightly, bringing up our tailbone for a downward dog. So our feet are hip distance apart, your fingertips are spread wide, tailbone is to the ceiling, you're looking through your legs, and it doesn't matter if your heels go to the mat or not. If you want, you can have your knees bent a little bit, and just pedal your feet gently. We're not going to stay here for long. We're going to do a static down dog. Shake our head yes and no. And from here, we're just going to bring our knees to the mat wide. Our toes are together and just push down into child's pose. If this is not comfortable for you, you can have your knees together and your chest resting on your knees, either with your head on a block or your hands crossed in front. But if you can and you want to, have your legs spread. And walk your hands to the right. We're coming back to our tabletop just for a second. We're going to take our right leg, lift it, and bring it forward. Staying here in Anjaneyasana. You can stay here. You have options. You can stay right here. You can put your hands clasped behind your back and lean forward. Or you can lift your chest, having your hands behind your back, staying here for a few breaths. Your hands could also just be resting on your knees. That's fine too. And if you want, you can stay up here, or you can lean it forward slowly. And then bring it back up. Releasing your hands, bring them to the mat, and just sink it back, straightening your front leg. And bending it, bringing it back. Planting your hands and coming back to your tabletop. Stretching your back, another cat-cow. Stopping in the center at a neutral spine and just taking your left foot and bringing it forward. Anjaneyasana on the other side. Fingertips can be to the mat. You can stay here. You can come up with your hands on the mat. You've got lots of choices. You can clasp your hands behind your back and open up your heart and look up and lean it forward. Whatever you feel like today. And lift it up. This might be too much for your knees, so you just stay here. Whatever you want. Leaning it forward. And release. Fingertips come to the mat and just sinking it back. Staying here. And bringing it back around to a tabletop. Sink it back to child's pose. Coming back up to your tabletop. Tucking your toes slightly, coming back to a downward dog. And from here, we're just going to walk our feet towards our hands. When we get as far as we can go, we're going to inhale and halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, your hands come to heart center. From here, we're just going to step it back the floor's too slippery. I gotta go this way. Stepping it back to Alanasana. You can have your back leg bent a little if you want. Knee over ankle. You can come down low. You can stay up high. Whatever you want. Staying here for a few breaths. And then we're just going to come up and pivot so that we're facing the sidelong way of our mat and our feet are wide. This is Prasarita. We're going to inhale, bring our arms up. Exhale, bring them out to star pose. Inhale, bring them up, hands together. Exhale, open up to star pose. Inhale, arms come, palms together. Exhale, open up to star pose and lean it forward. We're coming to a wide leg forward fold. Again, you can have a block in front of you. Your fingertips can be on the mat, whatever's comfortable for you. We're just going to bend your right knee and then your left. And just staying here for a few breaths. And then gently, gently bringing it all the way back up. And your hands to heart center. Inhale, bringing your arms up, bring them out to the sides. Bring the palms together. And then open it up. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. And inhale, open it back up. Exhale, hands together. One more time. Inhale, bringing it open. And exhale, palms are together. Thumbs come to heart center. Thumbs come up to your third eye. Down to your heart. Up to your third eye. And down to your heart. Releasing, bringing your feet back together. Turning to the left to face the front of your mat. And leaning it back with the other leg. Again, watch your alignment. Sink down low, be up high. Whatever's comfortable for you is fine. Back leg can be bent a little if that's better. If your balance is an issue, you can put your heel down on the mat. Whatever's in your practice for today. And just inhale, bringing our arms up. Standing up tall. Right foot comes beside the left. I'm going to turn this way. And just sinking it back just a little bit for chair pose. Now, your feet don't have to be together. If it's more comfortable that you're hip distance apart, you can be hip distance apart. Your weight is in your heels. So you're going to dip your tailbone, tuck your pelvis, and lift your chest. And again, if you want to be up higher, you can be up higher. So we're just going to exhale, bring it low. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. And exhale, we're going to bring it down, coming all the way down to our mat. So we're just going to come to a seated position on our mat. Turn this way. With our legs long in front of us. Palms beside you, hands beside you, palms up. Dandasana. Elongating your spine, chest is lifted. Staying here for a few breaths. One more. Inhale. And exhale. From here, we're just going to come to Baddha Konasana, so the soles of our feet are going to come together. Sitting tall. Our hands wrap around our toes, but we're sitting tall. Our back is straight. Spine is straight. Chest is lifted. Sitting tall for a few breaths. Allowing your legs to fall open. Releasing and leaning forward if you can, as far as you can, with your back straight. Beginning to look down at the mat, down at the floor. But staying again, whatever's comfortable for your back. Just breathe, take a few deep breaths. Let your legs relax, your knees fall down a little further. And inhale, bringing the chest up. Release and let your legs be long in front of you. Shake them out if they're a little stiff. Sits bones. Adjust yourself so your sits bones are on the mat. Sometimes they get a little, I got some cushion there, so they fall off to the side. Trying to sit up straight. Inhale, bring your arms up. Lengthen and reach. Hinging at the waist, lean it forward. This is Paschimottanasana. So you're going to grab your toes, your shins, wherever on your legs that you can, that's comfortable for you, and bow your head. This is a full body stretch. This stretches the entire back half of your body. So this is kind of like a Uttanasana, a forward fold. Or they call it gorilla forward fold when you're standing on your hands, if your hands are under your toes. And just with a deep inhale and an exhale, see if you can sink it down a little farther. Again, only go as far as is comfortable for you. I laugh now at like how low I go, and not even low as some people, but oh, when I started it, I couldn't do anything. And staying here for a few breaths. Release. Bring it back up. Back is straight. Hands down at the side. Dandasana. We're going to take our right knee, bending our right knee and bringing our heel towards our sits bone. Wherever, it can be out, whatever's comfortable for you, it can be closer. The opposite hand is going to reach up. And we're going to turn towards our knee. Our elbow, if you can, is coming to the outside of your knee and looking over your shoulder. You can also just put your hands on your knee and turn. Staying in the seated twist for a few breaths. And one more deep breath. Unhooking your elbow, turning back to the front of the room, or back of the room, depending on where you're facing. Bent leg goes long. Opposite knee comes in, again, as far as you want or as far as is comfortable for you. So if your left knee is up, your right hand reaches, lengthen and reaches, and you turn to your left. Your right elbow can hook on the outside of your knee. Your back hand is supporting you on the mat, and you're looking over your shoulder. Again, you can have two hands and just kind of turning yourself to the side. Whatever gives you a little bit of a stretch. And the twist. And bringing it forward. Left leg goes long. Both legs are out. Flexing the feet in front of you and pointing your toes. Flexing and pointing. Just a few more times. Final time. From here, we're just going to bring both of the soles of our feet on the mat and hug our knees wherever we can hug, trying to bind up. So if your knees are together, that's fine. If they're not together, that's fine. Or you don't have to bring them in as far. You want your chest to be against them so that you're breathing into the bind, so that you're breathing into your thighs. Where the resistance is. This is a bind, and just breathe into it. More breaths. And release. From here, turn to the side. Legs are long. Slowly bringing it down onto our backs. Bringing the knees in, one and then the other. So we're kind of doing the same pose we just did, but we're doing it on our backs. Hugging your knees in and breathing into the bind. Release. And let your knees just fall over to your left side. Trying to keep your shoulders on the mat. Your hands can be out in a T, maybe up in cactus, wherever you want. And try, if you can, look over your right shoulder. Your legs, if your shoulder can't be on the mat, you can straighten your legs a little. That might help. Relax. Release. Coming back to the center and hugging your knees in. And letting them fall to the right. Shoulders, try to get your shoulders on the mat, looking over your left shoulder. Hands out in a T. Just letting the stretch happen. Coming back to the center. Grabbing our knees. Now, whatever is easy for you, if you can, rock back and forth to come up to a seated position, do so. If not, you can turn on your side and just push yourself back up to a seated position. Easy seated position. If you want, you can stack your knees. They don't have to, but if you want, you can stack your knees. This is Gomukhasana. This is cow face pose. You can be here, or you can be in easy seated. I'll stay in easy seated position today. Right hand comes underneath the left. For eagle arms, palms are together, or the backs of your hands are together, whatever is more comfortable for you. We're just going to lean it to the left and to the right, just making a small circle. Very good. Just very small and gentle. Seated Garudasana. Stopping at the top, release. Right hand to the right shoulder and left hand to the left shoulder. Lifting the elbows and bringing them together in front of you and opening them up. Elbows together. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbows together. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbows together. And one more time, inhale, open. And exhale, elbows together. Release. Taking the left hand underneath the right this time. Palms can be together, backs of the hands together. You can grab on and bring it underneath your chin for a full bind. Staying wherever you want for today. Just going to begin to lean it to the right and make a small circle. Gently. Nothing too major, not sinking too deep. And one more circle. Bringing it up, release. Bending the fingers to the mat. Just going to move, lean to our right and to our left. Stretching our side body, our obliques. one more time to the right. And one more time to the left. From here, I'm going to go to boat pose, but there's many modifications for boat pose. So your hands can be flat on the mat, and you stay right here. You can lift your knees slightly off the mat. You can come to full boat pose with your hands on the outside blades of your feet. Legs can be long, they can be bent. Your hands can be underneath your calves supporting them. You can lift them a little bit off. Whatever gives you a little bit of challenge. If it's easier, you can put one heel down. Or switch it out. We'll bring our heels to the mat. Staying in our modified boat pose. Grabbing our oar. And rowing on the left. Coming to the center, turning to the right, and rowing on the right. Again, you can have your knees lifted. You can be in full boat, wherever you are for today. One more time. And release. Bringing the soles of the feet back together for Baddha Konasana, using your elbows to gently press against your knees, just below your knees, just to open a little bit more. Back is straight, chest is lifted. You can release again and walk it forward, seeing if you can sink a little bit deeper this time. Walking it back, turning, coming back on our knees, sinking back into our heels. Your knees can be hip distance apart, they can be together. We're just coming down, chest comes down and the top of your head comes to the mat. Your hands come to your heels. You can stay here or lift your tailbone for rabbit. And we'll bring our tailbone back down. Hands release, bringing them forward for child's pose. Tenting the fingers and lifting your chest. And back to our seated position. Leaning it back again to lay down. Soles of the feet to the mat. You can be near your sits bones or out a little bit more if that's more comfortable for you. letting your lower back sink into the mat. Rolling your shoulders under slightly. And stay here. Lift your tailbone towards the ceiling. A bridge pose. Your hands can be clasped under. You can leave them to your sides. You can stay down if you don't want to do it today or your body says no. Your tailbone can stay on the mat and you can stay right here. If you want to, you can lift your tailbone. And release, bring it down to the mat. You could just lift a little and bring it down. Whatever's in your practice for today. Come on, we'll try to lift. Bring your knees together. Holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your tailbone down to the mat. Keep your knees together. Lifting your feet off the mat, bringing your knees towards your chest and grabbing, if you can, the outside blades of your feet, or you can grab the backs of your calves. We're coming to happy baby. You can rock it side to side. Whatever form of happy baby you want to do. This is my favorite pose. And then just stopping in the center and gently, just gently pulling down towards the earth, pulling your knees down towards the earth. And release. Left leg goes long, hugging your right knee into your chest. Your left hand goes to the outside of your right knee and pulls it over to the left. And over your right shoulder. Coming back to the center. Right leg goes long. Right hand to the outside of your left knee and just pull it gently over to the right. Left hand long, looking over your left shoulder. And release. Coming back to the center. Legs are wide. Legs are Spread wide. Arms are spread wide. You're in a full body stretch here. Taking a few deep breaths. Star pose, Sutta, star pose. I'm just going to take our right arm and bring it across our body. Our left hand just comes to our right tricep, giving it a gentle stretch. Release and switching it out. Left hand comes across, right hand goes to the left tricep. Gently stretching. Release. Both arms above the head, grabbing the elbows. Release. Hands reaching towards the ceiling. Right arm reaches, and then the left. Right, and then the left. Right, and then the left. Last time right, and the last time left, and both are going to reach and release, reach and release, reach and release, and last time reach. And then release, bringing them down to the mat in a cactus. Legs come together. Arms are beside you in a cactus. Elbows lift and come together. And open. Lift the elbows, bring them together. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbows together. Inhale, open. One more time. Exhale, elbows together, and inhale, open. Soles of the feet to the mat. Opening, letting our legs fall open. Soles of the feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana. You can have blocks under your knees or a towel or pillows under your knees. We're just going to gently butterfly slowly. Just staying here, letting them fall open. Legs go long. Hands beside your body, palms facing up to receive, coming to Savasana. Let your feet fall open, clearing your mind, sealing your practice. And slowly begin to bring awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Begin to bring small movements in. Feel the weight of your body on the mat. Taking a few deep breaths here, sealing your practice. Enjoying your last few minutes of peace. And when you're ready, turning to your favorite side with your head resting on your bicep. Knees are bent. Staying here for a few more breaths. And when you're ready, using your opposite hand to push yourself up to a seated position. Easy seated position. Half lotus, full lotus, whatever's more comfortable for you. Eyes are closed or softly gazing forward. And we'll inhale, bring our arms up, inhaling peace and love and light. And exhaling anxiety or worry. One more time, we'll inhale positive energy and good vibes. And bring our hands down, exhale anything that does not serve us. Last time, bringing our arms up. Palms come together, thumbs come to our third eye, to our lips, and to our strength and purpose, our heart. And I thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you.
I hope you all liked it.
We did. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.